What if I told you that the secret 2026 plan for the Pokemon TCG hobby was actually right in front of our faces? And no, this is not clickbait. The answer truly is right there. But don't worry, I am here to give you the answers they don't want you to know. By the end of this video, you'll be glad you stuck around to listen to the full thing. But what's up, guys? My name is Steve. This is Steel City Stacks. Let's get into the video. As some of you may know, the Pokemon Company absolutely loves money, and they are just loving the absolute hype and demand and everything that's happening in the Pokemon TCG hobby right now. And we're going to stick to our lanes here. This is a card channel. I don't want to talk about the video game aspect or really anything else because they make their money in a multitude of different ways, but we really only care about the cards on this channel, so we'll stick to that lane. That being said, you guys may have noticed that there's a lot of different product hitting the market right now. That's not just your traditional booster bundles, booster boxes, packs, build and battle bundles, that sort of thing. This is really talking about the premium collections. Now, YouTube is no stranger to this type of content, and neither is my channel. I actually made a video about this months ago when I just started the channel because this type of box and this type of product was like brand new, and I wanted to kind of cover it, but I realized, maybe I don't have enough, experience on YouTube to talk about this. But as time went on and more of these boxes came out, I started to notice something. And I really want to share it with you guys because it feels like the answer is literally right there. So what I did was create a document or a sheet, whatever you want to call it, that kind of illustrates what I'm talking about here. So with that said, let's flip the camera around and let me show you guys what exactly I'm talking about. So guys, I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of fun making this. Let me explain exactly what this is. So we're going to start here. What I did was I took an MSRP pack price, which is pretty much just $4.49. That is the current MSRP pack price, no matter what set it is, per the Pokemon Center, just taking it straight from the source. And the current TCG player pack price for Twilight, Masquerade, Settler Crown, Surging, Journey Together, Destined Rivals, and Mega Evolution. Now, why did I pick those? Because all of those packs are in these boxes here. Your Mega Venusaur EX Premium Collection. And for the record, these are in no particular order. I just went on TCG Player, hit best selling. These are the order that I found them in. But yeah, so what I did was I said, hey, how many packs are in these actual boxes and of what set? So the Mega Venusaur, for example, 3 packs Destined Rivals, 3 packs of Journey Together, 2 packs of Mega Evolution, and then I took how many packs there were, multiplied it by the individual TCG player price. Here is the sum of all of the pack prices. So for example, this box is at $52.86. The box price you can buy it for on TCG Player is $48.89. And then this right here, this negative 7.51%, that is your premium, or how much that you're, I guess, technically you're paying, or how much you're losing when you buy the box versus like ripping the box open and selling the packs for what they are. So if you sold the box, you'd lose 7.5% versus selling the packs. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. But what I want to focus on for the theme of this video, as we kind of just go through it, you'll see the Hydreigon and Dragapult right here, about 7% loss. The Lugia EX and Latias EX, that's an 11.5% you'd lose versus just selling the packs. Then you get to the Venusaur EX and Blastoise EX. If you sold the box itself, it's 20% gained versus selling the packs. We'll come back to this. The Salamence EX and Reshiram EX lose about 16% of its premium when you sell it versus the box versus the packs. And then the Blaziken and Volcanion is 69% actually. But what's important to note here is like the Blaziken and the Volcanion EX, those are this is an Amazon exclusive, and then the other one that was positive, the Venusaur and Blastoise, that was a GameStop exclusive. And because of that, it creates scarcity. Therefore, the boxes are worth more than the packs. Now, why do I bring this up? What's the real reason? We go to this sheet here. What I did, again, MSRP pack price $4.49. I took the price of every single item in the Scarlet, Violet, and then at least just the Mega Evolution set, not Phantasmal, just Mega Evolutions. I took all of those boxes, the packs, the bundles, and the booster boxes. I got their prices, and what I came up with was this premium, which is just simply the overall price per pack divided by the MSRP minus 1, which is how much more you're paying for it. Booster bundles, spoiler alert, there'll always be more. And then your booster boxes, whatever. But what's important to notice here is actually this number right here. And what this number is your booster box pack or your price per booster box pack minus your just raw price per pack. And what you'll notice, right, there's a theme here, okay? 5.06%, negative 13.71%, meaning the booster box has a lot of value here, which, as we know, Paldea evolved at $351 right now, dollars, is quite valuable. Obsidian Flames is only 2.78%. Temporal Forces is only 0.87%. And then Temporal Forces down 12.84%. And that's just because people, the box value is like quite a lot. If this actually was where it probably should be, even say like $250, that goes down considerably. So just, I think Temporal Forces is a little bit overpriced. That's a different conversation. But what's important, I drew this red line here. You guys will notice, if you haven't found it already, this red line, we can just go ahead and do it live. And I'll say, hey, what's the set right before Twilight Masquerade? Well, it happens to be Temporal Forces. And what happens whenever we get into Twilight Masquerade? Negative 27%. Stellar Crown, 1.34%. Fine, fair, it's Stellar Crown, like whatever. Surging Sparks, down 10%. Journey Together, down 15.5%. Best in Rivals, down 31.83%. And Mega Evolutions, this one's still relatively new, 5.18%. Well, so what am I saying? What's the point of this? Steve, tell me, what do the numbers mean? What I'm saying is after this point, when we started getting these packs here, Twilight, Stellar, Surging, Journey, Destined, and Mega, in these collection boxes, and it should come as no surprise to anybody, we are seeing more individual packs like these guys here on the left hit the market, and their prices have gone down. You can get a Twilight Masquerade booster pack for $594, Surging for $606, Journey Together $548, and Destined Rivals $768. Even Mega Evolutions, what just came out, $678. But then you pay for the booster box, and of course these have value. That's why these numbers are low, because these boxes hold more value, and they're more hyper modern, of course. But again, different conversation that I made a video about. But the point is, we are seeing a massive influx of these packs hitting the market, and it's going to continue. I truly think if we got a massive reprint of booster boxes, it would change everything. What's more likely is we're going to see individual like box packages of these sets if it happens. And I don't even want to count temporal. I just realized this is backwards, by the way. So LOL there. That's kind of funny. Maybe not temporal, but like these ones, the Paradox, Obsidian, Paldea, Scarlet, Violet, those are coming out of rotation very, very soon in April 2026. I think it's more likely that we get collection boxes of these sets versus booster box, or even, maybe booster bundles are more likely, but definitely not booster boxes. And again, not saying definite, just really, 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 really low shot. I just think there's a very high probability if guys, we got a reprint, they're going to be in these collection style boxes, which will drive the price of these packs down, just like it did for Twilight. Not Stellar yet. That's backwards too. Lols to me. Surging Sparks, Journey Together, Destined Rivals, and Mega Evolutions. This will slowly come down as like this box price settles. Again, watch the video about when hyper modern sets or like brand new releases, their prices settle. This price has not settled yet. If it comes down to be, say, $210, there you go. This price will probably come down to be about what? Let's say $570, and that suddenly turns red. It's eventually going to happen. That'll eventually settle. That price will settle. It'll all settle and whatever. But regardless, we are going to see more of these packs come in these style boxes as we get older, as more sets come out. And why? Let me flip the camera around and I'll tell you guys why. Now that we got the scary numbers out of the way, let me tell you exactly what the secret plan is going to be. Again, it should be obvious. I kind of laid it out to you guys. We are going to see more premium collection boxes printed in 2026 than ever before. And I realize this has only been happening for about 2 to 4 months at this point now, starting with, I believe it was the Ogre Pawn Premium Collection was the first one. And there's been other sets before, and like Sword and Shield and stuff like that. But I mean like this, where you have like, 8 to 10 booster packs per box. It's better for the Pokemon Company to give out those boxes and to distribute them to like Amazon, to GameStop, and then to other like big box stores. Because, and more math here, just roll with me. When you take the MSRP price of a booster pack of $4.49 and you multiply it by 6 to get a booster bundle, you're going to get $26.94. I had to check myself there. $26.94. When you take the Venusaur EX Premium Collection that just released, and there's 10 packs in them, and MSRP is $49.99, do the math, what's the price per pack? It's $4.99, or realistically, it's $5 a pack. So the Pokemon Company is making $5 or selling for $5 a pack at MSRP versus $4.49. And that is a slight margin of 11%. For anybody that's sold Pokemon cards before, or like understands, this type of like business margins, whatever, 11% is a good bit that you can do, at scale that the Pokemon Company can. They're more incentivized to print those boxes because, number one, it's probably cheaper to do so. Number two, you get more packs out there and you make more money while you do it. So I'll be honest with you guys. Yes, if this is true, and I do feel like it's, very reasonable to expect this, it's going to suck to get booster boxes because they will hit and they will reprint them. But it's better for them, and they're more incentivized to give you, booster bundles, but then these premium collections, because they could just sell it to GameStop, to Amazon, to Walmart, to Target, to Best Buy, Lowe's now, Ace Hardware, Barnes & Noble, you name it. Starbucks is probably going to have it before long. Who knows? I'm kind of surprised that they don't, but that's, whatever. The point is, if you guys know this, right? And I showed you with the GameStop and the Amazon exclusives. Those boxes have value, right? You don't want to rip open those and sell the packs. It doesn't make sense to. But when you just give them to everybody, like the Lugia and Latias one, for example, those are harder for scalpers to make profits off of because the pack price themselves stays more fluid with where the market is at. And I think that's really important for everyone to kind of at least like either remember or understand. The pack price is the most important thing when it comes to being able to find product, at least through an online type of medium. And as you guys know, most card stores and shows and all that sort of stuff base their prices off of TCG Player. It has become the unofficial home of the general marketplace. That's why I use it in my videos, because most people can at least relate to something like that because they see it with their own eyes. But again, the secret plan is they're going to print more and more collection boxes. There have been plenty of people on YouTube talking about this, myself included, in the past. Right now, doesn't matter. But what does matter and what is important is you guys see it and you understand it and you prepare for it. There's a lot more to unpack from this, like I said, about the value and the scarcity of potential and future booster boxes. And again, increases the importance for you guys to understand there are sets that are about to go out of rotation, main sets: Scarlet Violet Base, Paldea Evolved, Obsidian Flames, and Paradox Rift. Say what you want about Paradox Rift. I watched the live stream with DJ Pokey, Team Rocket Joey, Mimic Brew, Pokey Office I think was on there. A couple other people. If you were on there, I'm sorry. I'm trying to rush this. We all saw it, or at least I think a lot of people did see it, and they made fun of sets. They were trolling, whatever. But you can't deny that Paradox Rift, Obsidian Flames, even Scarlet Violet Base, they're not going to see the light of day for very much longer. And there is an opportunity there for sure. That being said, what you guys decide to do with this information is up to you, okay? I say it in pretty much every video now. I'm not an expert. I'm here to provide you guys entertainment and knowledge. And what you do with that is up to you. This is a piece of the puzzle. Go find other pieces out there on YouTube, in real life, wherever you want to find them. You build that puzzle together and come back here because I will continue to give you more puzzle pieces for different conversations. And with that being said, make sure that you're prepared heading into 2026 so you don't get caught off guard. Thanks for clicking on the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.